Kesha, hard luck today. It was obviously a really good season for you guys and for yourself personally. You know, you were one of the leading bowlers in the tournament. How different was it to adjust to captaining a new side, captaining on the high felt, and then, you know, you had a bumpy start, but getting to the final?
Yeah, it was a wonderful transition, sort of fresh start for me from a personal space point of view. I had a good bunch of people and support staff around me. My players, obviously we had a couple of superstars, but I think the way we gelled on and off the field really made that transition a lot easier from a personal perspective, from a team perspective. A lot of youngsters, so you know you've got that youth and energy throughout. Yeah, difficult campaign now, if you look at it, to come close yet so far. You know, it's not easy to win a competition, you know, when you're losing wickets very early and a bit cheaply, if we're honest. But there's a lot of positives we can take, especially from the way the middle orders played as a unit. They've bailed us out on numerous occasions. I mean, 7 for 5, you know, you win the game, you know, defending 140. But yeah, it does hurt. It's quite painful. I'm not going to say that, you know, it feels like you lost the World Cup over here. That's what it feels like. But having said that, you know, at the start of the season, a lot of people wouldn't have said we'd be in this position now. So take all the positives we can, and come next season, we build on the areas that we can do a lot better. And, you know, if we're going to compete and be the best, then, you know, we've got to be honored from all facets of the game come in these knockout games.
And can I just ask you about Dewald Brevis? It seemed early on, you know, he was struggling a bit against the short ball, but the last 3 knocks have been spectacular. You got a World Cup coming up. He's in the squad. He's an important guy. What have you seen from him that we can expect going forward?
Yeah, I think if you're honest, maybe we held him back a little bit at the start of the comp, and maybe why it was a bit erratic in the way it came across. But I think with responsibility, batting at 4, he showed what he's capable of. For the last 3 games, I think he's got 250s and 100 in a row. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll carry that momentum into the South African team in this West Indies series and the World Cup, and just going forward in general. I think the maturity he's shown in these last couple of games, no one would have expected Brevi to do that. We know him as a sort of hard-hitting, six-hitting, but you know, he just showed his composure and his class, and he's someone that we know if he bats 50 balls, he'll get 100 like today. So, you know, hopefully it's onwards and upwards from here for him, and it shows that maturity whenever he plays in any format of the game.
Okay, we want to take one last question because some others are here. Just one last question.
Yeah. Hi, Keshav. Hard luck today. You guys were 155 before last 10 balls, only scored 3 runs. Do you think this cost you this match?
Yeah, very much so. You can't score 3 runs in 10 balls at the back end of the innings. I think with the way we started, we should have got 170, you know, or closer to that, or if not just past that. I think we lost 2 runouts at probably crucial moments of the game. But yeah, having said that, I think from a bowling perspective, we still at 60 and to defend, 56 in 4. You know, normally you'd back your bowlers. Yeah, I had to make up a little bit of overs from, you know, the part-timers. But yeah, I think we must commend the Sunrisers in the way they went about their chase. We saw Stubble back to his best, and Matty B played the anchor that we know him to play. So yeah, I think we can't avoid the fact that they also played good cricket, but we also need to address certain areas in our game which we can get better.